what is happening when you dunk the ball?
It was nice to see him, just have that aggressiveness.
Never just expect him to go try to dunk it like that.
I think he actually might have dunked on KD back in the day.
Klay hammering it. The right-hand spike by Klay Thompson.
Thompson with the slam.
Gets to the rim and throws it down. Klay, he's on a dunking streak. Dropping it to Klay perfectly to hammer it down.
But I thought it was a pretty good dunk.
Okay. It's 2019. Oakland. Yeah, Oakland. The NBA Finals. The Warriors' 5th appearance in 5 years. This time, though, they're hanging on to a thread of the old believe in hopes of pushing it to a Game 7. Drama, battles, conflict. Late, chaotic surge from the Warriors. Klay's proximity to the center of this big moment. Danny Green's D-League tendencies. None of this was a surprise. None. Then this.
Thompson running the floor and a foul. And Thompson grabs his left knee.
Most obvious, Klay Thompson's desire. Dunk.
There's something special about doing something like that where people maybe don't know you can do it.
Well, I know. I've done it in the past.
He actually was born in Tel Aviv, Israel. His dad was a professional.
Oh, Klay Thompson has been dunking as of late.
Klay's pursuit of the dunk is not a secret. The announcers,
Everybody get out of the way.
teammates,
They love when Klay dunks.
his action,
And for the slam.
Tonight I got one. I looked up at my family and I was pumped.
his accomplices.
Him and Zaza Pachulia had this running tally of who could get the most dunks.
It's clear that when given oxygen, his desire to dunk burns constantly
I just get so happy when I get a dunk, man.
under everything.
Now Klay, he's on a dunking streak.
Occasionally, we only get a glimpse.
Klay with a steal. Klay 4 dunks in a game. And the bench is going nuts.
But again, you must only listen to understand that at the heart of Klay, he is a dunker.
What do you think of your 4 dunks? Man, felt great. I don't think I've ever done that. I've felt better than hitting 10 threes, to be honest.
But just because you love something does not mean you can have it. And even if you have it, doesn't mean you won't strangle it to death. Klay Thompson is not good at dunking. And it was always a dangerous cycle. But his desire and his delusion and his part-time inability to contain it might be what makes him him. Like Draymond's temperament. You think it's a negative, but it's really a component of his core. So Klay either needs to completely quit it or maybe go all in. Nah. Okay, here. Look at this. This diagram. Klay's desire to dunk. Then Klay dunks. And as long as the results aren't quite catastrophic, we move on to the next step. Encouragement, praise, crowd, tongue-in-cheek, jokingly, whatever.
Yeah. There's this weird thing you do at the last minute where it's like you got it with 2 hands and then there's like a 1 hand, like a Nerf thing. Like, what is happening when you dunk the ball?
Then on to increased excitement.
But I thought it was a pretty good dunk.
Entirely too much excitement.
And I had a good pace, so I just went up and flushed it, and it felt very good.
Like every junkie, Klay chasing a fleeting feeling he never should have had.
Felt very good.
Oh, spurred on from the crowd. Klay loves his name. All the way to the beginning again, Klay desires to dunk. This time with increased confidence and a heightened urgency. All along, Klay never actually became a more skilled dunker. Nobody takes him aside and says, okay, now we acknowledge you're a dunker, we should practice these 8 key dunking scenarios, like when to hold on to the rim and not. He was the same exact dunker, just less inhibited. This is a standard cycle for shooters, resulting in deeper shots and more audacious heat checks. But dunking is not the same. Plus, it never had to be this way. And to find out why, let's look at two scenarios that may have led to where we are, good and bad. And just like a second child, maybe his untrained novel obsession grew untamed in the shadow of an even more volatile relationship with the dunk. And because of this, a collective ass tightening each time he approached the rim kept us from seeing the fault in the other guard. Did you get that? Steph sucks so hard at dunking that nobody even thought to question Klay's jacked up, irresponsible ass dunking habits. And even worse, you have Steph over here the shorter,